Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Today is the day. What day? Well, it is the Joint Striker Fight F-35B and other variants of this aircraft as well. If you take a look here, it comes with the F-35A, 35B, and 35C. The 35C, I believe, is a hook one that you can use to land on aircraft carriers and get launched off aircraft carriers. The B is your vertical up takeoff and landing, and I think the A is just a regular schmegular. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me. However, we did not buy this one in Microsoft Flight Simulator Marketplace. We bought this on Sim Market. So, we do have weapons on this aircraft. However, you know, we want to be respectful of Microsoft Flight Simulator because they do not like weapons on. But we will show them anyway because we want to give you a full experience of this aircraft. We'll just do a vertical takeoff. We'll fly around, see how it handles, see how it flies, and just go over some of the systems and different things that I've learned about it. Try to show you a little bit about it. Let's go ahead and jump inside of the ground here. Take a look at this beautiful piece of machinery. Now, I was told this is a Indian Fox Teco aircraft. They make a great product. The F-35 is still very classified aircraft. There's not a lot of systems that are known about this aircraft. So Indian Fox Teco did a fantastic job on doing the best that they can with the knowledge they have. So that is a fantastic thing. I always love when developers, especially for fighter jets, I would have to say fighter jets, Indian Fox Teco is one of the best, in my opinion, for fighter jets. They really pay attention to detail. With that being said, there definitely are some things that are off about the aircraft, which I will show you. For example, the landing lights. When you click them on, you'll hear a clicking sound inside the cockpit, and it does this on their T-35 as well. So I'm not sure what that is about, but that is one thing. We were supposed to start cold and dark on the side there. It did not do that for some reason. However, it's not hard to start this aircraft up. If we can just go back to cold and dark, I will show you what I'm talking about here. Really, it's only very few switches here. But here it is, guys, the F-35B. I love this aircraft. I think it's one of the most fun planes to fly in the stream as far as a fighter jet because of the vertical capability of it. And not to mention, they did a fantastic job just looking at the overall aspects of this aircraft inside and out. Just the detailing, the level of detailing that comes with this airplane. They do have animation as well for the well, why is that not opening now? The lever for the canopy is supposed to open. That is weird. Maybe the battery's not on, so it doesn't open. Oh, that's why. So you have to have the battery on to open the canopy. However, it does look like a very crazy aircraft indeed. So we'll get inside. We'll start it up. We'll listen to the startup, and we'll take it for a flight since it's already ready to go. Alright, so yeah, it's not too much to really start up about this. It's just pretty much you got these three switches. You press the start and make sure that's pressed on, and this thing will pretty much fire up. Close the canopy, and the pins are already moved. There is a pin that goes here and a pin here on the seat, and then you have to arm it, but since it's already armed, that's fine. We'll just go with it. This is one thing too. Listen. Very cool sounds. Alright. So I'll show you a couple of features on the display as well. There's a couple of shortcuts and a couple of cool things here. If you put cruise, it will go to the whole display. So if you hit this and cruise, all this will line up. So let's say you have this there and this there and this there. You go to menu and go to cruise, and it will put everything in order for you. You can put the anti-ice on by clicking it here if you like. If you want the autopilot systems, you can also do that. You supposedly you want to set it up on the ground before you take off. So let me see if I could get the autopilot here. Let me see. Oh, okay, so that is not the autopilot. Where is the autopilot here? The autopilot should come into play. Let's see here. Oh, this is the autopilot panel right here. Alright, so you got your radios here, and you can put your engines on here if you like, or whatever you like is up to you. You could even put it on this. This will help with the vertical takeoff as well. So if you want to set your altitude, you can go ahead and put, like, let's say 25,000. You click 25,000 feet, and now it's going to head to that. We'll do a speed of 250 knots in here, and we'll leave the heading alone for now. Vertical, we'll do 1,500 feet per minute for that, and the rest of it will pretty much leave as is. Let me set up the heading. Alright, 276 for the heading. Now, in order to go vertical, you can hit this button here. So if you hit that, you'll get the animation of the top up here. And the other thing I wanted to show you guys is the weapons. Now, weapons are also displayed in here, and you can open the weapon bay doors. Now, to put on weapons, you click here, and you can put whatever weapons you like on. This is fully loaded and ready to go. And if you want to close the weapon doors, you can. They have the animation for that as well. So that's pretty cool. And we could go back to vertical. We are ready to go. This is forward takeoff motion. So if you step on the brakes at this point, it will vertically take off up into the air. And basically you just hold the brakes down, press release brake, and let go of the brakes, and it will start to take off on its own. You could do it that way, or you can go into hover mode by pressing hover. Right now it is in the red because we are overweight with the fuel, so we would have to go into weight and balance and take off a percentage of the fuel, and now it turns to the blue. Once it turns to the blue, you can go ahead and click hover mode, and now the engine will point directly to the ground, and the thrust will be underneath us. So we are ready to go with the thrust. In order for it to take off with this, all you have to do is pull back on the yoke. So I'll go ahead and release the brake, and we will come outside the aircraft, and we can take off by pulling back on the yoke. And as you can see, we're just doing it vertically. And if you want to descend back down to the ground, we can do that as well. And that is your vertical takeoff and landing here. Once you get touched down on the ground, it will stop, and then you hit the brake, and then I'm going to show you the takeoff after that. So now we are landed. I set the brake. Okay, now we have the brakes on. Here is the other one. So we go back to vertical, and now it wants to just take off automatically like a regular jet. Take the brake off here, and we are almost up and running here. Here's 150 knots. We'll pull back, and we are up. That's another way to take off as well if you don't want to do more traditional. If you want to do it more of the traditional way of a takeoff and landing. And there's one other way, which I'll show you right now. We'll come back to the airport. We'll slow down our airspeed here. And I will go ahead and show you that. Oh, by the way, while we're up in the air, I'll show you this as well. So if we do go to autopilot here, and this is your autopilot panel, we can go ahead to altitude 8. We do autopilot, and we could do thrust hold, and now it's holding everything we said on course. Route is over here, so if you go here, you can go to, like, let's say route 1 right there, and if it had a flight plan in, you can actually cruise through the flight plan through here with the waypoints will be added in here, which is pretty cool. So there's a lot of features to this aircraft. Here's the airport we took off from. We're gonna go ahead back into hover mode. Okay. Alright, now we can pretty much hover back down to the ground if we want. It's asking me for gear down. Alright. We can go back into hover mode as well. I'm just going to go closer to the airport and we'll go back in. We'll go land over here. I will show you the automatic takeoff as well. So pretty much we just have to hold it down. We're going to go back to the end here. And one last thing I want to show you guys. Alright, so that is good. We'll take it off hover mode. I'm going to show you automatic mode. So automatic, we're going to go ahead and taxi back out now to the runway. And I'm going to show you the automatic hover. So if you want to come back out to the runway here. Alright, let's get lined up. Here's what I'm going to show you next. This is the automatic takeoff. So we're going to set the brake. Alright, brakes are set. And we're going to go into vertical hover mode. Apply the brake. And then we're going to release. And now it will automatically take off. And when you're ready, you just click there, and it will close up, and you can fly out of here like a regular aircraft. And now we'll try one more thing. We'll try a standard landing, and I'll just wrap it up for you guys. I love this plane. It is so smooth, so agile. They say that it can only go Mach 1 for 1 minute or less than 1 minute in order for the skin of the aircraft not to be ripped off for the stealth paint that they put on it. It is very agile and low-flying aircraft that is very capable at low flights and ground support. Great military aircraft. We got a little bit of a storm right here. It does have pretty good capabilities of the flight hut. You can put it at day and night. Great lighting in the night as well. There's the airport there. We're going to turn back into it. We're doing about 500 knots, so I'm going to head slow down and try to land this traditionally. It is a fly-by-wire aircraft, so it's pretty good at understanding what you're trying to do for the most part. But definitely, you don't have to use the flight controls with the flaps and all that stuff. It automatically does it for you. So we'll come out to the ocean, turn back around, and we'll try to land on there. Try to land back at the airport there. Alright, there we go. Put the landing gear down, take out the power here, and let's hope that we can land it. Still going pretty fast there. 220, 210, 200, 150 I believe it lands at pretty well. I'm not 100% sure. We should find out right now together. 140, I'm going to put a little bit of power, nose down. Let's hope we can land this nice and easy here. Uh-oh, that's a stall. Stall warning there. It slows as fast as it speeds, so pretty cool aircraft nevertheless. 160, 154. Tilting, that's a... It likes to do that, so watch, it dips the left wing sometimes. There we go. A little bit off center of the runway there, but I'm still getting used to it. Still a brand new plane for me. Alright, well, let's go park it up before this storm hits. Beautiful aircraft. I highly recommend this one. I gotta give it a 4.5 star rating. This is a fantastic aircraft to fly. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it, guys. Let's go ahead and put the parking brake on. Dial back the engines here. And we'll go ahead and shut down here. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the F-35B by Indian Fox Teco. I think they do a fantastic job with this aircraft. It is a beautiful, beautiful aircraft. Highly, highly recommend it. I absolutely love this plane. If you don't have it, get it. It's worth it. Does have a couple of bugs here and there, but awesome. Awesome overall, guys. If this is your type of plane, I highly suggest it. I have a blast flying this. It does follow the flight path. I did a stream on it, and it works fantastic. But that pretty much wraps it up for me. I hope this video was helpful. If you guys are enjoying this channel, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.